Katamari Damacy Reroll is the true HD re-release of the game for modern consoles, including updated controls and visuals. And it doesn't feature any new or exclusive content that wasn't there before. In a lot of ways, I think the minimal changes work in this game's favor, because it also isn't missing anything, being one of the few HD re-releases of older games to still have the entirety of its original soundtrack. The plot is still the same as it has always been, with the King of the Cosmos destroying the stars in the night sky, and then sending his son, the Prince, to Earth in order to roll up objects with his Katamari ball that the king can then place in the night sky to replace the stars he destroyed. Visually, the game looks very clean, reminding me a lot of beautiful Katamari on the Xbox 360. One strange choice in this release, though, is that the cutscenes don't use the English dialogue, instead only having the original Japanese voice track. Control-wise, it still feels a lot like the original did, and this had been one of my concerns since often ports will lose the nuance of the controls of early titles like this. You are still spending the majority of levels rolling around on Earth, collecting objects that are smaller than your ball to slowly increase its size. A few levels in the game do have some different requirements, like rolling up the biggest bear or cow possible, or rolling up as many crabs as you can to make the cancer sign. Katamari Damacy is also before they started really metering out how long each level takes to complete, and so I actually reached the goal often with more than half of the time left on the clock in these various levels. This was a lot of fun in the earlier stages, but I do think that the levels near the end of the game are just way too long. Level 8 takes 18 minutes to complete, and it goes up even more from there. The PlayStation 4 version of this game does come with a sizable list of trophies. The final few trophies are super tedious though, and I don't recommend going for them. I do think that this is probably the best re-release that Katamari Damacy has ever seen, and I did find it to be overall a smooth experience with just a few performance hiccups here and there. The issues that I have with the game are still the same as they were in the original, and they're relatively minor compared to all of the fun that this game has to offer. If you've never tried this series before, then Katamari Damacy Reroll is a really good starting point. And the same goes for if you haven't played it since the PS2 era, because Reroll manages to preserve the spirit and charm of the original game while being available on pretty much all modern platforms. And I still think it's worth coming back to this one even after all of these years.